You can't walk into a room, see this piece, and walk away. That's sort of the point. And that's what Jeff Koons does so well. It is to challenge us. And it's to make us wrestle with our preconceived notions of what good art is. This is Jeff Koons' Woman in Tub from 1988, coming from the collection of Barbier Mueller. When I first encountered Woman in Tub, it delivered an electric shock. It was almost a, oh my God, I've walked into this woman in her bathtub, this very intimate scene. There's an expression of surprise on her face, and it makes you step back for a second. You almost want to go like, oh, I'm so sorry, I'll give you some space, I'll leave you to your bath. But then you keep looking, and suddenly you notice the blue snorkel. There's the heart-shaped sponge, and there's a party hat. And it becomes very clear that there is this unseen but clearly present interloper beneath the suds. That's where this whiplash begins, where you're not sure as a viewer how you're supposed to react, because what is her expression, in fact, one of delighted, pleasurable surprise, or is it something else? And now you start questioning your maybe initial enjoyment of this object. And that enjoyment might quickly turn to some sort of revulsion. And thus begins this push and pull, which is challenging. But great art is challenging. The second piece to this work that I think is really interesting is its place in the art historical lineage of nudes. And we can go all the way back to Venus de Milo, 2nd century BC, to Lucas Cranach and Albert Durer's Eve, Adam and Eve, to Botticelli's Birth of Venus. But the painting for me that really correlates to Koons' example is Manet's Olympia, because of the shock value that both of these works delivered to their audiences at the time that they were presented. In 1988, when Koons unveils the Banality series, Woman in Tub and Pink Panther, another nude work in the series, they both delivered that same shock impact. What I think makes Woman in Tub quintessentially Koons is this combination of familiarity on one hand and shock value on the other. We immediately recognize this glazed porcelain medium as a medium from our grandmother's shelves, banal, kitsch, lowbrow objects. The point is that Koons wants you to keep looking, and he's allowing you to revel in what would historically be considered bad taste, or at the very least, bourgeois taste.